Before the video begins, I just want to say how sorry I am for the extreme number of times that I say "and" in the video. Sorry. Hello fellow gamers, this is Tracy Manser, and welcome to Redstone Experiments episode 10. And what we have here is my American flag thing from my 4th of July video. And basically what this does is when I click this button, it'll start waving around and moving like it's in the wind kind of, and fireworks will come up, and yeah, it looks like that. And then when I click the end button right here, it'll stop. Now, it doesn't stop perfectly in line like how it started, so I have a reset system that puts it all back. So when I click that, it'll switch it back immediately and say reset. So now we're going to go into how it works. So to begin, I have a hopper clock. Almost forgot what a hopper was. And that'll output a constant signal that tests for a player with a score of flag that equals 2. So the flag score must equal 2, and the start button up there sets my flag score to 2. So if that is true, then it'll output another signal that goes over here and through this block. And that will make the piston push the block over here so that it cannot be repeated like 20 times a second, because obviously that would mess up the flag's rhythm and whatnot. So then that'll continue along until it gets here. And this uses the clone command for the 1.8 snapshots or 1.8. But basically how it works is it's /clone your first set of coordinates, which is the block where you want to start, and your second set of coordinates, which is where you want it to end. And Minecraft basically makes, I don't want to say an invisible wall, but it kind of just, it selects everything within those two blocks, so it kind of creates a cube or a rectangular prism around that area, and then it pastes it wherever your third set of coordinates is. And you can say replace, destroy, or I think there's one last thing. I'm using replace, and basically what replace does is it just kind of gets rid of everything else in that square and places down what is being cloned. But destroy basically breaks everything into blocks and drops the items on the ground that's within this area, which I don't need a bunch of items in my ground lagging the game, so I just do replace. And basically each one of these, after a few redstone ticks, maybe a second or so, will complete the clone command, and it just keeps going down, and I have the flag starting normal, then a first bend, and you can see that first bend moves all the way down, and then a second bend will start, and it keeps going, and it looks kind of complicated, and it sucked to build, but it was well worth it in the end. So here at the end of the line, we have one last clone command, and this isn't actually the last one. And then I have this, which is kind of a little repeat system that I'm using, and it's actually really efficient, and it doesn't cause lag, and it's instantaneous. It's really nice. So you do a set block, and then your set of coordinates, and it's a Minecraft redstone block, or just a redstone block. And that is spawned over there, activating that line of command blocks. And then this, after like one redstone tick, deletes the redstone block. So it pretty much moves this redstone signal to here almost instantaneously. It works really well. And now these 6 command blocks are the fireworks, and there are different color codes to each, and I'm not going to post the commands in the description because you can just find that online. It's really easy to look up and copy and paste. So summon firework entity, coordinates, lifetime, and whatnot, and the colors, and that's pretty simple. Then we have 4 more clone commands, and these 4 American flags are what the flag cycles through when it's done with the first set. Because, like, if it just went to the 4th and then started back at the beginning, that'd look weird. So basically, when it gets to the 4th one, I'll talk about that in a second, but when it gets to the 4th one, it has the exact same kind of repeat thing. It just places a redstone block down there, a redstone tick later, it places another one, so it's just like placing a redstone torch down, then breaking it immediately afterwards. And yeah, that is pretty much how the entire thing works, except for this, but this is really simple. So what I have here is another hopper clock, and it tests for a player with a flag score of 2. And it says found me because I'm the only one on this because it's single player. And if that is true, then this block will not be here, and it will continue repeating. Because when it gets here, it'll keep going, but if I do not have a score of 2, it'll stop. So that's how it ends. And if I do have a score of 2, then yeah, it'll pull it back and it'll continue, as I said earlier. So that's pretty much that. Now I'll go over the reset system, because obviously I do not want to manually reset this the entire time, because that would suck so much. So this is the manual reset. It's pretty useless, but it does the exact same thing as the one on the top. When I click that, it says reset after a little bit, and the flag's back in its original position. So basically, it just kind of activates a piece of redstone that's above this glass. You can kind of see the box outline, and that sends a signal down this, and this is where the reset system really begins. And actually, we want that back right there. So what happens is when I'm up on the platform and I press the button, it puts a redstone block here, and then that will activate this line of redstone, and this fills a space, or it uses the new /fill command for Minecraft 1.8. And basically what that does is it fills the entire space where the flag was with air, so that there's nothing there. It's a brand new template. I can place whatever the heck I want there, and it doesn't overlap with anything. So then it goes over here, and it activates this. And basically this is the exact same command as in this command block, and that just sets up the original flag in, well, with no folds, and it hasn't been moved around yet. It's just the original flag. And then this sets my score of flag to 0, so that it doesn't automatically start this right when the reset is completed, because what's the point of that? It's not even a reset. And then this right here sets a air block to where that redstone block was, which would be right here. So it deletes it and stops a continuous flow of power going through all this. Then this says reset in chat, and it's basically all reset, because once it goes over that, it'll power this. They pretty much happen at the same time, which moves the wool block over here, and you're ready to press the start button and complete it all over again. So yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of how this works. If you're wondering what these are, it'll be a little laggy, but basically when I press this, and I just put this in for fun, yeah, it takes a second, but it fills all this glass with endstone, because endstone kind of looks like sandstone, and I didn't want to just put sandstone down because I wanted to know where it was. Minecraft will stop being a poop. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, it just kind of filled the entire area out with sandstone, except for the areas I broke. That's weird. Then this other one just fills it all with glass. It was just kind of like the glass is so light can get down there so I can review it, and then the sandstone was just so I didn't have to see it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Like if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll have a map in, or a link to the map in the description, so that you can see this for yourself in the exact same world that we have, and do with it what you like. I don't really care. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.